Give that a second. I think that is recording, so we should be good to go. So guys, what I want to cover tonight is a little bit about the consumer spending shift and get you very, very clear on what that is and how important that is to your business. And the sheet I'm about to show you can take a screenshot of because it really does explain the consumer spending shift extremely well. And this is called the Dream Life business model. And one thing you got to remember about the consumer spending shift is that, and all it is, the consumer spending shift is really just getting your clients to spend what they were spending already over here at a particular business and now spending it with you. The same $30 or $40 or $50. It doesn't matter the amount, but they're already spending it over here. It's just now getting them to shift where they spend it and spend it with you. Now, something that you've got to be really important, understand that's very, very important is that as Herbalife distributors, number one, we are all consumers of the product. So I don't consume anything from another company that Herbalife makes. Protein bars, shampoo, rinse, skincare, it all comes from Herbalife. Why? The reason being is because I want to put money back into the business that pays me. That just makes sense. We're all consumers. So the more of our consumer money that we put back into Herbalife, it gets paid back to us one way or another because the company grows, they can invest more money, et cetera, et cetera. So something that's very, very important is to remember, number one, that we are all consumers of the Herbalife products. Now, when you look down here, what you want to do is get your consumers to stop buying from our competitors, start spending more money in with Herbalife, which is what pays us, but also make sure that we're not putting money into competitors' products. So if you're not using Herbalife shampoo and rinse, the minute your shampoo and rinse runs out, you should go buy Herbalife shampoo and rinse. Why? Because you're buying it from your own company, the company that pays you. You're all self-employed running your own Herbalife franchises. So why would you go buy shampoo and rinse from somewhere else? That would be like having your own pizza bar, but you're buying a pizza from down the road. It wouldn't make any sense to do that. And this consumer spending shift is really just getting the clients that you've already got, getting them feel comfortable about Herbalife products, get them feeling comfortable about you, that they won't hesitate to take that $40 that they're spending at David Jones or at a supermarket and spend that same $40 with you, get an equal or better product, but they also get you. They get that customer one-on-one service that they don't get from anywhere else. They don't get that from any other companies. They don't get that from any, supermarkets or chemists or anything like that. So what you've got to start thinking to yourself is, okay, I've got clients that are using, maybe you've got them on a weight loss program. We've got 40 odd products in our catalog. How many of your clients know that we've got skincare? How many of your clients know that we've got hair care? How many of your clients know that we've got an energy product? How many of your clients know that we've got a product that helps with ladies' problems? How many of your clients know that we've got a calcium supplement? How many of your clients know that we've got a fish oil? Because I can bet your bottom dollar that a lot of your clients are using similar products that they're getting from the chemist or other health food shops. And what you want to do is get them to spend that $30 or $40 with you versus at the big department store. The big department store doesn't need their $30 or $40. They're multinational corporations. That $30, $40 is better spent with someone like you, an independent distributor who runs their own business and is looking to grow. And if you can get your clients taking that extra $20 or $30 that they spend on shampoo, rinse, cleanser, moisturizer, whatever it happens to be, and spend it with you, then all of a sudden now, guess what? You've just increased your sales by 20 or 30%. Now, if you do that when your business is small, over 5, 10 clients, over 5 or 10 members, it could be a couple of thousand volume points. But if you take that $20 or $30 over a customer base of 400 or 500 people, now you're talking 10 or 15,000 volume points. Okay, so the difference for you on your bottom line could be an extra 20 or 30 grand a year just by getting your clients to purchase 1 or 2 more products. So the point of the consumer spending shift is making sure that your clients understand that there's 40 odd products in your catalog, that they get you and the same service no matter what product that they buy, and starting to let them know that there are other products that they can use, their everyday product. For example, the aloe gel. I mean, it's the perfect first aid kit in a bottle. How many of your clients have got one of them sitting in the glove box of their car or sitting in their fridge if one of the kids get burnt or during summer? So there's lots of little things that you can do, with that. So just keep in mind that spending, that consumer spending shift, when it's done over 3 or 4 clients, could result in an extra couple of $100, profit coming your way per month, okay, every single month. But when it's then outspread over your entire business, you can imagine the difference that makes. An extra 50 volume points with an extra 100 distributors, now you're talking some serious volume. So just make sure that whatever Herbalife product there is, that you're not using a competitor's brand that is similar. So if you're using a different shampoo and rinse, or if you're using a different toner, or you're using a different cleanser, make sure you're now buying it from your own company, so that the money that you're spending is being reinvested into the company that actually pays you. Makes good common sense, yeah? So I just wanted to cover a little bit about that consumer spending shift. The other thing that I want to cover tonight is understanding the process of where you take your clients through and any of your members and how you get them up and running and so forth. Now, this was done through what we call our healthy, active lifestyle. So these are when we were talking about fit clubs and stuff like that. So you can shortcut maybe the open group here. The open group is our healthy, active lifestyle hub. Okay, the Healthy Active Lifestyle Hub. That's where we promote all our fit clubs, our challenges, and different things that we're doing there that's more fitness orientated. We don't talk a lot of Herbalife stuff in there because that's people that are just finding out about our fit clubs, and you don't want to come down on them like a ton of bricks saying, and you've got to buy all this product and stuff. Okay, it's really just a general in the door one. From there, it pretty well goes into what we call our client Facebook group, which is the Healthy Active Lifestyle group. Now, the Healthy Active Lifestyle group is where you should plug every single one of your customers, anybody that you've spoken to about Herbalife, anyone that you've done a presentation with, whether that's face-to-face, over the phone, exchange phone numbers. You definitely want to get them into that client page because that's where they get exposed to all the Herbalife results. They get exposed to the shakes and the testimonials and everything that's going there. So the flow chart is really simple. From invitation inquiry, I might be talking to, and I'll take you through 2 processes. One here, invitation and inquiry, I may be talking to somebody about a fit club. So I might be inviting them down to Box Fit. And they go, yeah, I wouldn't mind coming. I said, great, let me add you to our Box Fit group or our fit club group. I'm going to add them to the Healthy Active Lifestyle Hub because I've been talking to them about coming out to fitness, coming out, doing a box fit, coming out and doing a fit club, a run club, whatever it happens to be. And from there, my presentation, which is the next step, will be the first time that they come out to a fit club because a fit club is a presentation. They're getting to sample the products, they're getting to hear testimonials, they're getting to find out a little bit about Herbalife. And so a conversation would start. And from there, you might end up doing a wellness evaluation. You might send them some brochures. You might give them a trial pack, whatever it happens to be. From there, if they say, yes to a wellness evaluation, they go down here. Obviously, I would get them started on a program or products. And on that first month, obviously, we all know the deal. It's at full retail. Okay, every new client starts at full retail so that number one, they have access to the money back guarantee. Secondly, you earn a little bit of income for the work that you're doing with all the follow-up. And thirdly, it's part of the process that you want to take everybody through. Okay, let's say they say, no, I don't want to do a wellness evaluation. No problem. They might get a trial pack. You add them to the client Facebook group. So now they can get exposed to all the other testimonials and you just keep in touch with them. You follow up with them, you offer them quarterly newsletters, and you keep inviting them, okay? Over here, let's say they're a no-show. They don't turn up to your fit club. I just keep them in that group, and I just keep inviting them. It's as simple as that. And I probably would add them to our client group if, after 2 or 3 times they haven't answered me, I'd probably chuck them in there anyway so that they can see some testimonials because that may just get them to turn around, okay? But let's follow this process here. So it's a yes. Okay, I add them to the client group and I do great follow-up. If they don't buy again, no problems. I dietize them, I follow up, and I do quarterly newsletters. So again, they would go into my email data bank and I would keep in touch with them through my newsletters, through any of my text messages. I'd still invite them to, different events that are coming up, like the next Healthy Active Lifestyle event. I would definitely, invite them to that, no ifs or buts. Now, if they do want to repeat, they really get 4 options. Okay, they can become an ambassador or a VIP. How do they do that? Real simply, give me 2 referrals and you can get yourself a members pack and you can become, registered. No problems. They might want to become an active member. No problems. Give me 2 referrals. And what we can do is you can place an order for 500 volume points and we can start getting you your own clients. Now, if somebody did want to go active member straight away, I probably would use those 2 referrals as their first 2 clients. It would depend on the situation. Nothing's ever set in stone. But if they're going, yep, I'm keen, I want to help people, then I'm probably going to get them into action as fast as possible. And if there's someone that's going, yep, I want to go, and I've got a whole bunch of people that want the product, I say, great, then let's get you as an active member, place your 500 volume, and let's get you 5 or 6 clients and let's get going. Most people start as an ambassador. They give me 2 referrals. They're my clients. I get to keep the retail profit. But in the future, if those clients, keep reordering, and that person does become an active member, I would probably handball the client back to them. Or if that ambassador member gives me those 2 referrals, they have now got registered. I've now got the 2 referrals. If any one of these 2 referrals decide to become an ambassador member next month or the month after, they would be signed up under the original member. Okay. All referrals have to go back. If the person becomes a member, make sure you give the referral back so that you're starting to build that organization. It's really important because in this type of business, there's 2 things you want to do. You want to build wide for stability. Okay, just remember that. Width is for stability. It gives you stability in your business. It can't fall over if it's nice and wide. You go down for strength. It's like a tree putting its roots in the ground. It's nice and strong because its roots are going deep, 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 deep. So you want to help build both, okay? They can become a business builder, which is someone that I'm going to work with. A business builder is someone that normally places 1,000 volume point order. I would consider that, a business builder, someone that's really taken, the next step, or they can stay as a retail client. It's entirely up to them. Okay. That's the 4 options that they get. And then from there, it's into a shake party, to business launch, or whatever it happens to be. So this is just a very simple flow chart that you can follow. People can change it a little bit. You might add in your own little bits and pieces, et cetera, et cetera. But at the end of the day, as soon as you do a presentation or you get somebody, make sure you get them into one of the Facebook groups so they're getting exposed to all the other stuff that's going on. If all they hear about is Herbalife from you, they don't know that there's anything else going on. They don't know all these other testimonials. They don't get to hear all these other stories. The faster you can get someone exposed to that third person, the quicker your business is going to grow. Okay, so that's a very, very simple flow chart that we have on that situation there. Are there any questions on any of that? Stick your hand up and I can take you off mute. Nah, everybody's groovy. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. So what do you do with the people that are in each of those particular groups? There's really only 3 things that you need to really think about when you're working with your clients, your active members and your business builders. And it's really important that you understand what each group is and how to work with each group, because that's all you need to focus on. If I've got a client, okay, or a VIP member. Now, a VIP member is someone that may have given me 2 referrals, but they're not interested in moving forward. They're not interested in anything else. They just want to, use the products. They may give me a referral from here to here and there. I would give them a little gift. Could be a drink bottle, could be a box of protein bars. That's entirely up to you. They're on my follow-up. They're on our Facebook group, so they are definitely 100% in the client group. I would sometimes add the VIP member to our business group as well, our coaches group, because they have registered and they now have access to that. You continue with awesome follow-up. You keep asking for referrals and you keep exposing them to the business opportunity, meaning you invite them down to events and you keep doing that. But that's all you need to do with those people. Okay, you don't have to do anything else. Active members. These are people that have got retail clients and they are looking to move up, the marketing plan. They are looking to get to supervisor, and trust me, you can have lots of supervisors that aren't business builders, but they are looking to, they've got a few customers and they've got a few members, just a handful, okay? They're on the coaches group, they're on the client group, they're on the coaches group. I would get them to complete the distributor checklist. So again, if you type in distributor checklist up on the coaches group, there's just a list of stuff there that they should tick off doing. You know, get their BizWorks, you know, get their email address sent into, you know, myself so that they're on the major data bank, you know, get their flyers made up, you know, get a flip book together, just some general, you know, tick off things so that they're in business and they can do it. They should be participating in the webinars. Now, if they're not jumping on the live Zoom calls, make sure they're watching the replays when we're putting them up. We're taping most of these calls now, so whether people are live or not, they're still going to get taped. We won't be taping every single one of them, but 90% of them will get taped, and it'll go up as a YouTube link. So just make sure that they are watching the webinars. You invite them to support. So if they're coming to your fit clubs, get them to start helping out on the registration. Get them to start taking some photos. Get them starting to meet people at the door and do the meet and greet. Get them involved in the whole situation of what we are about so that they start to feel that they're a part of the community and getting involved in it. And this way they're starting to learn. You know, if you're doing a weight loss challenge, get them to do some posts. You guys that have got your 5-day challenge, you've got that cranking at the moment with, you know, so many different people putting post up. And I know Belinda and Kelly with your challenge, you know, you've got people putting post up, which is exactly what you want. Get them to be a part of it. And you invite them to STSs and kickoffs, and they should be, you know, they should be coming to them at least one a month. A business builder is obviously in the customer and client group. They've completed the distributor checklist. They should be on every single webinar. A business builder is on every webinar. Now, they can't always get on every single one, but they would certainly watch every single webinar that goes up. They would not miss one. Okay, if they can't get on the Monday night TGIM calls, they're watching the replay at some stage during the week. Everybody can find time to watch the replays, even if it's just 15 minutes, you know, one night, 15 minutes the next night. By the end of the week, you've listened to the entire call. It makes no difference. There's really no excuse if you're a business builder not to listen to all the calls. You should be on every single webinar. Again, if you can't get onto them, you're at least listening to every single webinar. Involved in the support system, no ifs or buts. You need to put your hand up, help out at the STSs, help out at the kickoffs, whether that's putting out chairs, you know, helping set up the room, sharing your story, putting your hand up to do part of the training, working on Rego, helping put out the shakes, you know, whatever it happens to be a part of the support that keeps all of this running. So you've got to remember, STSs and kickoffs are not corporate events. There's no corporate staff there that gets paid to run that, okay? It's all done by us. We set up the room, we break down the room, we set up the display, we break down the display, we bring in the products, the hotel makes the shakes, we line up the guest speakers, we do up the agendas, we do all of that. So if you want to be a business builder, you've got to understand how all that works and you've got to be a part of it. So you must go to STSs. Absolutely no ifs or buts. You must get to the STS or kickoff at least once a month. You should go, and you must go to an extravaganza if you're a business builder, okay? Not everybody, some people consider themselves a business builder, but they're probably more of an active member, and that's okay. It doesn't matter what group you're in. It's all important, and as long as you know what to work with each, you know, particular person. But if somebody tells me they're a business builder and they come to one STS every 3 months, they're probably not a business builder, okay? And I would probably say that to them. I say, listen, I'm going to help you build your business, but I wouldn't put you in the business builder category at the moment because you're only able to make an STS once every 3 months, and that's not going to be the fastest, you know, opportunity to building your business. So just keep it strong on that. And they must complete gauges. For those of you that I'm doing your calls with each week, you know, no gauges. There's not a lot that we can chat about because it's just conversation. You know, the only thing that we can really fix is the numbers. And when I look at your numbers, I can tell you what's happening with your business based on your numbers, and we can go from there. Sharon, you've got your question? I'll just take you off mute. Go for it, Sharon.
Yeah, sorry, just with the very top of that one, the business builder, if you're in that bucket or would really like to be, you're in the customer, this client support group and the coaches Facebook group, but you're also interactive in that group. You're posting, you're commenting and liking, I assume?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely. Yep, definitely. And you'll notice that I did put up the other day a quick checklist that I put up there. And it's just a daily checklist. You know, have I used the products today? Have I talked to anybody today? Have I posted, liked, or comment? You can't be a business builder and not comment on our business builder page. That makes no sense whatsoever. You need to be involved in what's going on. Your organization need to see you being involved. If your organization don't see your name coming up on the coaches group with tags and promotions and liking it and leaving comments, you're basically telling them that group doesn't mean that much to me. I don't really pay that much attention to it. That's the message that you're putting out to your organization. So for me personally, it's very rare that I don't comment on every single post that goes up there. And I try to comment on every single post that goes on in our client page. And most of you guys do as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So you want to make sure that you're passing that on to your organization and that they're doing exactly the same thing. You know, our job as a health coach, we all know that, and we've covered this 1,000 times. You know, it's to use the products to get a noticeable result. You've got to keep moving forward on your product results. You can't stay still. I've got to work at, you know, staying in shape every single day. I don't just, you know, get to being in shape and then go, great, I'm already here. Now I can just do nothing and it's going to stay that way. It doesn't work that way. I wish it did, but it doesn't. I've constantly got to stay on track of my game. Otherwise, I would easily put my weight back on. And imagine if I stood up at the front of an STS and still had a 15-kilo stomach, you know, probably wouldn't be the best impression. You know, the goal is those 5 to 7 clients. You know, that's part of our, member activation program. So that's the goal. You're not always going to achieve that, but you certainly want to really hit it and go as hard as you can for that. New coaches, 1 to 2. Again, if you're getting your 5 to 7 members, there's a good chance that you're going to identify at least one person out of those 5 or 7 that is keen to move forward and start helping you. So that sort of happens automatically. I find that if you get the 5 and 7, this one sort of happens pretty well no matter what. You know, expose your clients and your coaches to everything that's going on. Attend all the events. That's always, you know, obvious. And as I talked about, the maintain and retain, doing great follow-up so that they're not coming in the front door and going out the back door. Otherwise, what you're doing every year is just filling up what you lose, filling up what you lose, filling up what you lose. That's not building a strong business. You want some people to stay. You want some people to stay. You want some people to stay and stay and stay and stay and stay and stay. And that's how you build a strong business. Obviously, always promote and focus on the next event, whatever it happens to be. Now, I just want to talk a little bit about duplication, because Herbalife is a business of duplication. And I'm going to tell you something now that's so important. And you can write this down in big black texter. It does not matter what works. It only matters what duplicates. Okay? If you're doing something that works amazingly well for you and nobody in your organization can do it, I'd probably stop doing it, because it's not going to duplicate. And if it doesn't duplicate, you're never going to build a residual royalty income. And ultimately, that's what you're here to do in Herbalife. You remember, Herbalife's got the 4 main areas of income. Retail and wholesale is like having a day-to-day business, okay? It's like having a shop. It's like having a store, but we are the shop front, okay? We are the brand. So your retail and wholesale is your everyday stuff. Your royalties and your bonuses, that's called residual, meaning that's paid to you for the rest of your life. The only way you can get that is through duplicating. So it doesn't matter what works. It only matters what duplicates. So making sure you're doing stuff that duplicates, that's how you get your royalties and bonuses. So I want to talk about a little bit of what we call a duplicatable business model. And this is called building your Herbalife house. And this is so important. This was drummed into me from day one, no matter what, that you got to build your 2,500 Herbalife house. And the reason it's 2,500 volume points is because A, that means you qualify as a supervisor every single year. That's automatically, okay? Can I just ask, guys, and I don't mean to be rude, but if you're going to move around the room, just turn your video off and just put it on picture. okay? Because it is a little bit distracting when your camera is moving all over the place. So if you hit your video screen and just put it on don't show video, what it will do is just put a photo of you up on the screen, okay? So if I could just ask in future that that's what people do, that would be great. First of all, consumer spending shift, okay, using your 250 volume points. That's about average. I mean, a lot of you use a lot more. I know Sharon uses a lot more through her family with, you know, 3 teenage, well, not like teenage kids anymore, they're adult kids. You know, I know even with my house with 3 little kids, I was saying to Sharon today, protein bars were walking out my door today. I could see them shoving them in their pocket. It was unbelievable. So, you know, most of us go through a bit more than 250 volume points, but you sort of want to base that. That's like an ultimate program and a bit of stuff. So that's a really good thing to keep an eye on. Okay. Oh, they're coming up in the wrong order. Okay. Oh, why is it doing this? Okay. Okay. Well, that's weird. All right. Don't know why that happened. Okay, the first box we're looking at is this one over here, new retail clients. If you're getting new retail clients, and we just base it on 100 volume points as an average. If you're getting your 5 to 7 new clients every month, then there's 500 or 700 volume that you're going to be doing there, no problems whatsoever. Okay. From that, you're going to get some new active members. And, you know, if you've got even just one active member that goes and gets their 5 or 7 clients, well, there's 500 or 700 volume right there. Bang. That's from your one active member. Because remember, one active member is a 500 volume point minimum order for that month. So there's your 500 volume points there. You've got your existing retail clients. So over a period of time, this doesn't happen in your first or second month. This is building up over 3 or 4 or 5 months. You know, you'll have some existing retail clients. They won't be members. They're just going to be happy buying the products because they might be just buying a shake. They might be buying a shape-up program. Who knows? But again, if you've got 5 or 7 of them, you're looking at between 500 and 700 volume. Then you've got your members. They've registered and they're now just ordering product for themselves. And let's say you've got 5 or 7 members that order 100 volume points each. Well, there's another 500 or 700 volume points. So just on your little Herbalife house here, the 4 rooms and the roof, you should be doing your 2,500 volume quite easily. That's the goal, okay? And as you can see from that goal, 5, 10, 15, 20, it's what Herbalife have always based it on. Get 20, keep 20. Try and get 20. You're aiming to have 20 people a month that are ordering the products. You know, whether they're clients, whether they're VIPs, whether they're members, whether they're active members. Obviously, they're not supervisors yet because that's not part of your personal volume, but you're looking to have 20 people a month ordering product. Now, if you've got 20 people a month ordering product on an average of 100 volume points, there's 2,000 volume plus your 250, you're pretty well at your 2,500. Your organizational volume over here is when you start getting people doing their 500, you know, their 1,000 volume point orders, their 4,000 volume point orders. You might have someone here that's got a new member here that's also got their very first active member, so there could be another 500 volume there. But what you're doing is you're filling your pipeline to build this up. And again, it's not, you know, in 1 month, 2 months. For some people it could be, but it's normally built up over a 3, 4, 5 month process where, you know, you're doing 500 volume, 700 volume, 1,000 volume, 1,200 volume, 1,800 volume. And before you know it, you know, you're getting up around about the 2,500 volume point mark. So that's definitely what you want to be aiming to do, okay? And from there, it really is about duplicating, okay? You've got your 2,500 volume point house. Go and help 3 other people build their 2,500 volume point house. That's all you're looking to do. And we're just basing this, you know, presentation on 3 who get 3. But just helping 3 people, and you're going to help them and support them to build their 2,000 house. And we're going to help each one of those people go and get their 3. So now you've got your second level. So this is you. This is your first level. You've helped 3 people build their house. You're then going to help those 3 find their 3 each and help them build their house. And you're going to keep going down. And then on your 6th level. So you can see what starts to happen. You can start to build an incredible organization just by helping people build their Herbalife house. And the reason it's 2,500 volume points, again, is so that you get your full royalty every single month. To get your full 5% royalty from the company, you need to do your 2,500 volume point. If you only do 2,000 volume points, you only get a 4% royalty. If you do 1,500, a 3% royalty, and so on and so on. So it was always, really drummed into me to build my Herbalife house so that 2,500 was done, so that no matter what, I would always get my full royalty check. So that is the primary goal, is to at least build your 2,500 hours from consumable products, people consuming the product every single day. And then just help your partners do exactly the same thing. And how do we do that? Through our 5 to 7 clients, 1 to 2 coaches, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Oh, so I think I've almost covered all that. Are there any questions on any of this? And I'm not sure how Sharon raised her hand, but she's found a little tag on her little machine on how she can do that. So if you need to raise your hand, apart from just doing this and waving at me, there's a little button that you must be able to press on your thing. So guys, I'm just going to stop the recording from there so that we can just go into the promotions, and that doesn't go as part of the recording. So let me just hit